Armen and Levack, our celebrity football picks every Friday at 6 o'clock on 104.5 The Team, your home for New York sports. Let's get this going on this Football Friday. Sean McMaster is this week's celebrity on Armen and Levack Celebrity Football Picks. Sean, of course, of the Sean and Richie Morning Show on 107.7 WGNA. Sean, how we doing?
I'm doing great. First of all, I'm very excited to be on your show, very excited to be on ESPN, and I wonder how far you're scraping the bottom of the barrel looking for celebrities at this
I was
point.
going to make that joke, but years of working with Sean, I knew he was going to make that joke, and I didn't want to get yelled at for stealing his joke.
Of course, Levack, for years and years, producer of Sean and Richie Morning Show on 107.7 WGNA. And, Sean, I mean, to be honest, we just wanted to mail it in this week and go one door down in the hallway and go, hey, Sean, get your ass in the studio.
Hey, I don't mind because I love football.
You talk
True
sports
story.
all the time.
I love football.
And looking at what he's wearing, I'm really, I have no idea what he's going to pick today.
I am a Philadelphia Eagles fan. I've been since I was a very small child.
You are an obnoxious Philadelphia Eagles fan, too.
Well, I have been since I was a very small child. I picked the Eagles because my older brother, was a Giant fan, and I had to find the team that would make him the most angry.
Spoiler alert for your Sunday Night Football pick. Armen and Levack, our celebrity football picks. We do it every Friday at 6 o'clock. Now, before we get started, just to go over the records, I am 14-11 on the year. Still leading, but barely, only by one game. Levack, you're now 13-12. I slipped up last week.
Yeah, I started off 1-5, and if I didn't have a very bad and gutsy, I had a gutsy week. I went gutsy. And it really hurt me, but I've been just chugging along since then.
Well, the NFL, that happens. Some weeks it just everything blows up.
Well, no pressure on you, Sean, but you have the ability to push the celebrities over the top. As celebrities are 14-11 on the year, tied with me. You can make it happen this week.
I don't think I'm that good.
Oh.
I agree with that. Here we go.
In my house, we
here
have
we
what's
go.
called the McMaster curse.
Yes.
If I support a team, even if they're winning like by 40 points, I'll go, oh well, they got this in the bag,
Right.
And then there's a big comeback.
Yeah, I
Hate it when that
witnessed that
happens.
last year when the Colts come back in the playoffs. I was there. He's like, this is over. The Colts are done. And all of a sudden, touchdown, T.Y. Hilton. And everybody's like, great, Sean. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
All right, boys, let's get it going.
Well, let's do this.
Music, beautiful, there it is. First game, Broncos at Jets. Levack, go ahead.
All right, well, first of all, I know a lot of people are just thinking this is just going to be a drubbing. This is going to be bad. However, the one thing that Peyton Manning hates is pressure. The Jets will bring pressure. It will be a closer game than people expect, but Denver's defense is just too dang good. I'm taking the Broncos.
Yes, I think this is going to be bad. It will be bad. I don't even need to elaborate. Jets are going to lose. Broncos are going to win. Sean.
When Peyton Manning loses and Peyton Manning plays very poorly, it is in New York.
Yeah?
Yes.
Are you about to call an upset?
No.
Oh.
Not even close.
Everybody got excited.
No, but it has been in New York, the Super Bowl last year. The Jets pummeled him 41-0 when he was with the Colts many years ago. So, with all that said, he's playing a team that I think Burn Hills High could play and win. So, I'm going to go with Denver.
Wow. Yeah. Shout out Burn Hills.
I think it's going to be a closer game, though. Don't be shocked, Jets fans. You're going to be in this one.
You're right. Don't be shocked. You won't be shocked, Jets fan. Trust me. Patriots at Bills, Levack.
All right, so here's the deal. When we were at camp, all we heard about was this sense of urgency. They have to win now. New owners coming in. Now that the owners are named in Terry and Kim Pagula, I think that gets amped up. I think we heard Chris Hogan on this show say it's Patriots week. I'm giving the Bills the emotional win in Buffalo.
The Bills are amped up. They are ready to go. So is Bill Belichick. He says this is a rival. He will have his troops ready. I hope I'm wrong, but I think Patriots win in Buffalo.
Oh. It's a really tough game to pick.
It is. I went back and forth several times.
I have myself, Buffalo usually splits with them, and they play well at home. I kind of got to go with Jeff with this. I think that after the emotional win that the Patriots just had, they might be ready for a letdown. So I'm going to go with the Bills.
Nice.
In an upset.
And he's not going to be welcome home. The coupon lady, also featured on his show, is a big Patriots fan.
Yeah. I actually, honestly, I just changed that pick. I've been back and
Really?
forth on it. Yeah, I could very easily.
I convinced him.
It's been bothering me all week. Honestly, it's been bothering me. That'll be a toss-up. Giants at Eagles, Sunday Night Football, Levack.
This game, I think it's going to be very similar to the Falcons game. You saw the Falcons were able to dish the ball to their backs and get some progress, but the Giants were able to withstand that. Beat up on a beat-up offensive line. The Eagles line is in rough shape. I'm going to give this to the G-Men in a very close win.
I like the Eagles at home. It's a tough place to play, Sean, at the Link, as you know.
Wow.
I don't know if you guys know this, but for the first time ever, the Eagles will be wearing all black
Did not know this.
Yes, they're going to wear the black jerseys and the black pants.
Okay.
Which should be interesting.
Very slimming.
Yes, very slimming.
Offensive line's going to look svelte.
One of the reasons is Nike has yet to conquer the midnight green jerseys. Did you know that?
No.
The Eagles have played with white jerseys all year because Nike has not been able to make the green jersey. So I don't know what fans are buying.
Reebok just dumped out all the dye. They were like, take this, Nike.
Why can't they make the green jersey?
I have no idea, but they have not made them yet. So they're going to go with the black, and that should be fun to watch. Eagles always play well at MetLife. Always beat the Giants. Giants beat the Eagles always in Philadelphia. I take the Giants.
Whoa! Wait a minute, hold on. I had to change. I already wrote down Eagles. Wow, Armen goes Philly.
I know this rivalry, and you're right. The offensive line is still not fixed. We've got a long way to go. We've got, Kelsey, the center, is out. Mathis, the Pro Bowler, right guard, is out. Getting Lane Johnson back was a big thing for us, but it's still, 3 out of 5. So.
Wow. I'm stunned over here.
Armen and Levack celebrity football picks. Sean McMaster, noted homer of the Philadelphia Eagles, picking the New York Giants on Sunday Night Football. Sean, of course, of the Sean and Richie Morning Show on 107.7 GNA. Cowboys at Seahawks. Levack, this game's going to be interesting.
Yeah, if this is in Dallas, I got to tell you, I take the Cowboys because I think that...
Why? It's still a Seahawks crowd.
No. Yes, but it's less of them. I think that you've seen there is a way to beat the Seahawks. You run the shifty, quick receiver at Big Mouth Richard Sherman. However, it is impossible to beat them in Seattle. I'm taking the Seahawks.
Yeah, I'm not buying into what the Cowboys are doing yet, partially because I've been watching the Cowboys since 1983, and also because it's in Seattle. Seattle, look, when they're home, they are what they are. We all know that. You're not very smart if you think the Cowboys are going to go into Seattle and beat the Seahawks. In my opinion, Sean McMaster, what's your opinion?
Seattle, in Seattle versus insert name of team here. I pick Seattle.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a good game, though. I really think that Dallas is going to play them well. They got a great offensive line. I think it's going to be fun to watch.
Their defense is getting better.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that one. Steelers at Browns, Levack.
Oh, man, this is a tough one. This might be the toughest one we're picking. Cleveland is becoming a power in the AFC North. They are getting better and better. I think Brian Hoyer is a very good game manager. I just don't think you're good enough to beat that backfield of Bell and Blunt. Big Ben does enough to win it. I'm going to take Pittsburgh.
I agree. Pittsburgh Steelers lately with the running game. I'm picking them as well. Sean McMaster, your turn.
Going with the Browns.
Oh, sassy!
Yeah.
It's because you're hoping Johnny Manziel gets in the game?
No, I cannot stand Johnny Manziel. I really can't wait for him to get into a game, flop, and leave the NFL, to be honest. But
Sean is planning Johnny Football's farewell party right now.
It reminds me of another guy who was pretty good in college and was hyped and.
Rim Rebo?
Yes.
It rhymes with that?
Rhymes with Rim Rebo.
What are you guys, Scooby-Doo doing football? Rebo?
Rodriguez Browns? Reggie. I don't know. There's something about the Browns right now. I mean, I've liked them for years kind of as a sort of a sub-team. I like to root for underdogs.
Yeah. And
I'm an Eagle fan.
It was a close game in Pittsburgh, so it could very well go Cleveland's way. I think as the season goes on, Cleveland gets better. I just don't think they're quite good enough yet.
I do agree with that. I think their defense is worse than I thought it would be right now. They've got to wake up at some point. Their secondary is beautiful. I mean, they've got a great secondary. I just don't see the Steelers pulling this one out.
Are we surprised that the Cleveland Browns and Johnny Manziel, we have not seen more of Johnny Football at this point? I mean, if you think about it, before the season started, we thought at this point into the season, 5-6 games in, Hoyer would be yanked, Manziel would be in. Levack, he's been an afterthought because Hoyer's been pretty good.
Well, I think what you're seeing here is we've compared Mike Pettin to Rex Ryan. Mike Pettin is doing what we said Rex Ryan should have done. You threaten to bring in the speedy athletic quarterback so they have to prepare for it, and then you don't do it. Meanwhile, Rex Ryan is doing it, and it blew his whole offense apart.
Honestly, Brian Hoyer is very underrated. As Levack said, my wife's a Patriot fan, so I've kind of been aware of him for a lot of years. He's actually a very good – he's not a great quarterback.
Yeah.
He's a very good quarterback.
Is he good enough?
He makes really good decisions. He does have some talent there, and it's a run-based offense. So as long as he doesn't make any stupid mistakes – And, honestly, Pittsburgh's defense isn't what it used to be. I think they pull it out.
He's Sean McMaster of the 107.7 WGNA Morning Show, Sean and Richie. Sean, you're a noted Eagles fan, born and raised. The NFC East, do you believe, you're picking the Giants this weekend. Do you believe in the end, you know the Eagles more than anyone in this building. Do you believe in the end that the Eagles will be at the top of the NFC East?
I would love to say yes.
Because in the beginning of the season, by the way, you did say yes in my office multiple times.
I'm
obnoxious.
I'm
about
a homer. I'm a homer.
Right?
I'm obnoxious, but
Right.
I'm also honest with myself. And like I said, the Giants' defense looks a lot better than it did. They have always had weapons, and Dallas is what I meant to say. Giants, their defensive line is still nasty. Has always been nasty. They can run the football. Their new offense is clicking. So really, the NFC East hasn't been the NFC East in years, and I think they're coming back.
How many times did you play Fly, Eagles, Fly this morning on your show?
Well, they have to actually score a touchdown for me to do that.
I used to be
offensive touchdown.
I used to be the guy who answered the phones for his show, and he would do that every week before a Giants-Eagles game. And I have never heard more swear words in my life. And I have been divorced.
It's a great rivalry. It really is, and it's fun to me. I always go to the New York game down at MetLife Stadium,
And he never brings me.
It's December 30th this year.
Nice.
So I'm not thrilled about that, but
you'll be there.
It's always a fun game. I was at the one where they came back, where Deshaun ran that punt back at the end of the game.
You didn't mind that comeback, did you?
That was the most beautiful day of my life.
Sean McMaster of the Sean and Richie Morning Show on 107.7 WGNA.
Not
Sean,
the birth of your children.
No, I was going to say, not my wedding, not not either of my weddings.
Priority.
Not any of my children being born. I'm telling you, that moment was the greatest moment of my life, and I stated it at that time, and I still stick with it.
It's a true, and the thing is, his wife and his children are aware of this, and they accept the fact that they come second and third.
That's good. At least they know the role.
Right, they do.
My wife doesn't know the role.
No, not at all.
I'm rabid, and I've my whole life, and I'm going to do. There's a Cleveland guy that did this years ago, and I've already put it in my will that when I die, I want 4 Philadelphia Eagle players to be my pallbearers and lower me into the ground, so that the Eagles can let me down one more time.
Wow. Can they be practice squad guys? Is
It
that
could be
okay?
anybody they want.
All right,
Yeah.
water guy, something
Or
like
I'll
that.
just have you guys in jerseys. That'll work. too.
But that means we got to put on Eagles jerseys, and that's not happening, even when you're dead.
His dying wish, I could probably make it work. One time. Just once.
I'll think about it.
Plus, we beat him in the Super Bowl, so I feel good about it.
Armen and Levack, Celebrity Football Picks, Sean McMaster of 107.7 WGNA. Sean, thanks for coming in, man.
Thank you for having me.